The Philadelphia 76ers have owned the Boston Celtics this year. This win makes us 3-0 on the year against the C's.
We got the Eagles. We got the Sixers. Philly talk.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is Philly Talk. For those who are new to the channel, love talking Eagles football or Sixers basketball, go right ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you never want to miss another one of these videos, click that little bell by the subscribe button for post notifications. Now, if you've been rocking with me for a minute, new subscriber, old subscriber, and you want to show support to this channel, smash that like button. What that does is just let YouTube know to push this content to other Philly fans, whether it be the Eagles or the Sixers. With that being said, let's jump right into it. The Philadelphia 76ers beat the Boston Celtics 109-98. That makes 3-0 versus the Boston Celtics this year. We just got their number. They can't beat us with Embiid or without Embiid. Now, speaking of Embiid, we all know that he's getting surgery on that finger, and it looks like he's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. So this was a great start in the first stretch of games without Joel Embiid to beat the Boston Celtics. Simple as that. The Philadelphia 76ers struggled in the first quarter, losing that quarter to the Boston Celtics. But the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter all belong to the Philadelphia 76ers. We outscored them in each and every quarter beyond the first quarter. Now, going into halftime, we were down 7, and that was basically because whenever we try to fight back, Kemba, Marcus Smart, they all were just smashing these threes. I mean, the three ball for the Boston Celtics was their shot in the first half. The second half, it tailed off big time. And once the three-point shot couldn't go in, the 76ers controlled the game. We controlled the points in the paint. I don't know the exact number, but we outscored them in the paint by a tremendous amount. Norvel Pelle was just killing any shot they brought in. That's why they stayed to the three-point line. He was having a block party down low. I like this young boy. He has a lot of potential on the defensive side. Matisse Thybulle, this was his first game back. He shot 0 for 4, didn't really have a good game, but his defensive intensity is always worth keeping him in the game. He played 19 minutes this game, and it was pretty good. Korkmaz came off the bench with 9 points, 3 of 5 from the three-point line. That was crucial. Them threes all came in clutch situations where we needed to gain the lead or extend the lead. But Josh Richerson, on the night, he was 9 of 16 for 29 points. Had a hot first quarter, kind of tailed off in the second and third, and had a really hot fourth quarter. At the end of the day, he was the guy who just kept this game where it needed to be. His one-on-one beating was nice, going off the pick and roll, creating his own shot. I like what I see from Josh Richerson, only in his 5th year from Kentucky. Like I said, he's not Jimmy Butler, but he's going to grow in his own. He's a real steady guy for the Philadelphia 76ers. Ben Simmons was aggressive as well. 9 of 15 shooting for 19 points, 9 rebounds, and only 3 assists. One reason why he only had 3 assists is because when he got the ball, he looked to score. When there's no Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons triggers something in his head and says, I got to be aggressive. I got to score. And that's what he did. Now, we had Horford go 7 of 11 for 17 points, and Tobias 7 of 17 for 16 points. Not his best shooting day, but he still contributed. You got 4 guys in double digits, and like I said, a guy like Korkmaz, 3 of 5 for 9 points, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, and 9 points. Everybody shared the ball. The ball moves more. The team goes up and down, more of a fast break mode without Joel Embiid. Not saying we don't miss him, because of course we miss him. We're going to miss the best big man in the NBA. But we can learn how to win without him. I believe this 3 weeks or 2 weeks without him, Ben Simmons is going to put a clinic on and just hopefully when Joel Embiid comes back, he carries that aggressiveness into the rest of the season. Because this is a crucial part of the season where we got to get on a run and get out of the 5th spot in the East. Come on, the 5th spot in the East? A couple things I liked. I just love the team defense we had. We're 6th in team defense of rating this year, and we're the best team in the NBA against the 3-ball. That's why I was worried in the first half that Kemba and Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown, they were all just banging 3 after 3 after 3. That's the only reason they gained that lead in the first quarter and kind of sustained it in the second quarter. Overall, this team is a defensive team. We know we're going to get on the defense. With Matisse Thybulle getting steals, Ben Simmons, both them on-ball defenders are probably in the top 10 in the NBA. I just want to touch back on Norvell Pell's defense. Like I said, he was having a block party. He was showing some good minutes. We got the DNP, Kyle O'Quinn, and some of the other guys because I love the minutes of Pell. I think he's going to come up big in this 2 to 3 weeks without Joel Embiid as well. Mike Scott and Jameis Ennis coming off the bench, doing what they do, getting some instant offense, three-point shooting, trying to space the floor. Trey Burke, when he's in the game, the floor spacing just looks different. I love when Trey Burke is in the game. We got to start giving him a solid 15 minutes. He's not better than Ben. He's not better than some of these players, but he spaces the floor out with these players greatly. Overall, I believe the Sixers are going to be a second half NBA team. Hopefully, Joel does not take as long as 3 weeks because, we want to catch up and get out of that fifth spot. Like I said, overall, the team did good. We shot 48% from the field and 40% from three-point line. If we can stay around 40% from the three-point line, we can win games. It's when we shoot that 33% and under is when we really struggle because, they try to play that zone. They go back to that zone, double or triple Embiid, and everybody's not making their shots. And you got Ben Simmons not shooting their shot. So we got to fix something so we don't have 3, 6, 10 guys just clogging the lane. Because now that the lane was a little bit open this game, even without Embiid, we were dominant in the paint. Richerson was in the paint. Tobias was in the paint. Ben Simmons got all his points basically from the paint because the paint is more open, so you can drive in there. What I loved about this game was down the stretch in the fourth quarter where the Celtics were still close. The Sixers normally know how to lose them close games down the stretch. But what did they do? They didn't rely on one person. Richerson made back-to-back clutch baskets at the end of the game. Ben Simmons had a couple clutch steals and clutch baskets. He had that hook shot that was super clutch. Korkmaz, I believe, made a late three that was pretty clutch. And Al Horford pretty much finished them with that mid-range shot that put it out of reach with right around a minute left. And the game was out of reach. But it wasn't one person. They all pitched in. And they ultimately won the game, a close game where the Sixers are notorious for losing. Now, we all know the issue that's been going on with the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's start with Brett Brown, Joel Embiid, all asking Ben Simmons to shoot the ball. Just shoot the ball at least one time a game. He refuses to do that. But when Ben Simmons wants to play defense, assist the ball, take the ball on a fast break, or just score down low, we know he could be dominant. We're just waiting patiently for him to just attempt more shots. The main problem for the 76ers when Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Al Horford is on the floor together is the fact that you got 3 guys over 6'10" who all like to get their points mainly from the block. Now we know Horford can pick and pop and shoot threes. We know Embiid sometime at the three-point line shooting threes, but we want Embiid on the block. We can deal with Horford outside, but we want Ben Simmons outside too. So when you got Embiid in the block, Ben Simmons on the block, and your center, your power forward, Horford, out there at the three-point line, it's just really ugly spacing. Really ugly. Some of our best lineup is when we have Trey Burke in the game. Not saying Trey Burke is better than any of these guys, but Trey Burke with Embiid or Trey Burke with Ben Simmons, it just flows better. The spacing's better. You got Embiid 101, mismatch. You got Simmons 101 in a post with anybody but a center is a mismatch. And sometimes even with the center is a mismatch. With all that being said, thank you for watching. If you like this content, smash that like button and don't forget to leave a comment. What did you think about this Sixers-Celtics game? How do you feel this team's going to do without Joel Embiid in this 2 to 3 week stretch? Who do you think got to step up the most in this game while Joel Embiid's not there? Let me know in the comment section. And with all that being said, you know what time it is. We out.